Whoa, third take on this video. I'll be honest with you, I only got a few hours of sleep last night, and this really catching up with me. And it's kind of conflicting with my desire to do some videos this morning, and I'm trying to reconcile the disparity between the two, wanting to go to bed and wanting to do videos. At number 18 on my fantasy playlist, Ray LaMontagne. Tagna. Lamontagne. It's Lamontagne. I looked up online how to pronounce his name, and I believe that's one pronunciation of it. It's called For the Summer. Ray LaMontagne, originally from New Hampshire, but he grew up, spent some of his childhood in Utah. He was one of 6 children raised by his mother. And school, well, he'd rather draw images of Dungeons and Dragons than doing homework. Read another story, but don't quote me on this. But I remember when I researched this song originally, this guy originally, and it was about 4 years ago, there was a story that his father had abused him. He often retreated into the woods reading science fiction. But don't quote me on that. It just stuck in my head. It was on Wikipedia, but they had taken that part of it down, I think. Well, he worked in a shoe factory at one time, started performing in 1999. What really got him into the singer-songwriting business was a Stephen Stills record, an obscure Stephen Stills record that just, boom, just set off some light bulbs, some fireworks in his head. And his 4th album is called God Willing and The Creek Don't Rise. I believe The Creek Don't Rise. That's what it is. The Creek Don't Rise. Just trying to decipher my chicken scratch. This is singer-songwriter, early 70s. I mean, when I first heard this record, I was like, God dog, and I'm back in 1971, 72. I'm listening to Country Road by James Taylor, Old Man by Neil Young, or Down by the River, I Shot My Lady by Neil Young. My goodness. It had that vibe. And people have compared him to the band, Van Morrison, Tim Buckley, but on this song, it is James Taylor. Listen to the opening melody of this record. It is Country Road by James Taylor. Back in the spring of 1971, it was his 3rd single, I believe, from Sweet Baby James, which was produced by Peter Asher at the time. And the album, God Willing and The Creek Don't Rise, was nominated for 2 Grammys. It got 1. It won Best Contemporary Folk Album in 2010 or 2011. For the Summer, God, this is just, man. I just listened to it again on YouTube a few minutes ago, and I felt like, remember the time portal on Star Trek? There was an episode of Star Trek where Kirk and Spock, they jumped to this time portal and went to the 30s, went back to the 1930s. Talk about the old school Star Trek from back in the day. Well, this song is like a time portal. I'm standing right in front of this time portal, this song, For the Summer. I go through it, I'm right back in 1971. 1969, 70, 71, 72. This is a nostalgic tour de force. It's a brilliant record. Absolutely love it. Ray LaMontagne. I probably mispronounced his name. People laughed at me for mispronouncing his name. Man, can't you pronounce words? Well, actually, I can't. I have some problems with that. Well, this is For the Summer at number 18 on my fantasy playlist.